Well, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. Darren Grelot, aka Canada's Dr. Barbecue. Today I've got a very simple but amazingly delicious recipe for you that I want to share. This is probably, in fact not probably, this is the #1 appetizer or snack recipe that I get asked for by all of my family, friends, everybody who tries this. It is easily at the top of the list. In fact, whenever we have social gatherings, whether it's family or friends, it's basically expected that I'm going to make this. I don't even have a choice anymore. It's that good. And that is an ABT, an Atomic Buffalo Turd, or a cheese-stuffed, bacon-wrapped jalapeno popper. It sounds complicated. It's not. It's super easy, incredibly delicious. I'm going to show you just how easy it is. I've got my recipe or my ingredients right here on my table. It's pretty simple stuff. We have some cored and halved jalapenos. Now this is straight out of my wife, Mrs. Barbecue's garden. She had a great crop of jalapenos this year, and she allowed me to use some of them for this recipe because, of course, she's going to get to enjoy the end result. In addition to that, we've got some smoked paprika, granulated garlic, a little chipotle powder. I have a bag of Mexican nacho cheese mix that's already shredded, just super easy. You can use the store-bought stuff. I also have 1 block of softened cream cheese. Just leave it out on the counter, let it come up to room temperature. It's good to go. And 1 package of just thin-cut regular bacon. You want to go thin-cut. The thicker one won't wrap as well around the outside of the jalapeno, and it won't render as well. So you definitely want to go thin-cut for this. Super easy. That's all you need. And I'm going to show you exactly how we do this. So here is my filling that I'm going to be using for the bacon wrapped stuffed jalapenos. All I did was I simply combined with that 1 block of softened cream cheese, 2 teaspoons of hot sauce, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of chipotle chili powder, and half a teaspoon of granulated garlic. And then I mixed that together. Once it was incorporated, I added the 1 full bag of the shredded cheese, which happens to be a taco nacho Mexican dish here. That's 320 grams. The whole bag went in. Mix that up really, really well. There's your filling ready to go. Now let's get these jalapenos stuffed and wrapped, get them on the smoker, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so what you can see that I've done here is simply take that cheese filling that we created with the softened cream cheese, the shredded cheese, smoked paprika, a little hot sauce, some granulated garlic, mix that all up, and then I simply stuffed the halved jalapenos that have been cored. Here's a little bit of a tip for you. If you do happen to have access to a grapefruit spoon, these work incredibly well for this recipe, and it'll make your life a lot easier because what it's great at is helping to core out that jalapeno without damaging the outside of it. So you're going to be able to get the seeds, you're going to be able to get the veins, which is really where the heat is, and it's going to do it in a way that'll just make things so much easier for you. And then you can use the same spoon to scoop out your mix, the filling, when you go to actually stuff the jalapenos themselves. So that's where I'm at right now. Now, as far as the bacon, again, I mentioned that you want to be using regular thin-cut bacon here, and you'll see why in just a second. Now, with the average size of a jalapeno, a full strip of bacon is actually pretty long. You don't quite need that much, so let me show you another little tip. What I did was I took this package of bacon and I cut it in half. I then am able to take half of a slice of bacon, and you can actually stretch it a bit. And by doing so, you're going to thin it out a little bit more. And by elongating it, I can now take my jalapeno. I like to start at the stem end that's been cut because I want to make sure that gets capped off with the bacon. And then you just simply wrap it around. And what you're left with is a completely contained stuffed jalapeno. I'm going to put it on this wire rack here. I'm going to keep on going to wrap all the rest of them exactly the same way. And then once that's done, we'll be able to get them on the smoker. Now, my smoker today is rocking at 250 degrees. It's probably going to take about 2.5 hours at that temperature to finish the jalapeno poppers, and you want to make sure that really the bacon is rendered really nicely. That's the measuring stick that you're going to use on this. It's not going to be by internal temperature or anything of that nature. It's going to be by the way that it looks, and just go until that bacon gets rendered really nice and crispy the way you want it. You can always play with the temperature a little bit up or down if need be along the way, but I'm guessing about 2.5 hours. Let me get the rest of these wrapped up and then we'll get them on the smoker. I'll show you that in 1 second. All right, guys, so as you can see here, hopefully I can get that in frame, I have now got all of the stuffed jalapenos completely wrapped in bacon, so they are ready to go onto the smoker. The smoker, once again, is right now rocking at 250, going to run for about 2.5 hours. We'll check it along the way. Now, I should mention this too. You do not have to do this on a smoker or even a barbecue. This recipe, and I've done it many times this way as well, works extremely well if you just do it in an oven. Set your oven at 250, 300 degrees. You can even go a little bit higher to 300. Just watch that bacon and make sure that it doesn't over-render or overcook. That's what you want to go by. But I've done this like if it's in the middle of winter and I can't get outside, or whatever it is, if it's bad weather, this can easily be done inside in your oven and it still turns out fantastic. Now, by doing it on the smoker or barbecue, yes, you get that little bit of extra flavor added from the smoke itself, which does enhance this, but it's not a necessity. So don't be afraid to do this inside. Try it out. You don't have to have a barbecue or smoker or anything special, and it still is an awesome, simple, and extremely delicious appetizer that I know your family will crave. So let's go ahead and get this on the smoker now and get her going. All right, so there are the bacon wrapped cheese stuffed jalapenos. I've got them on the upper rack for their smoke bath that they're about to start. Go for about 2.5 hours, check them along the way. All I gotta do now is close the lid, walk away, do other things, come back and check on them every so often, and it just really can't get much easier than that. All right, so I was able to just take the bacon wrapped cheese stuffed jalapeno poppers, the ABTs, Atomic Buffalo Turds, off the barbecue, off the smoker. I did let it go for about 2 hours and then I checked it. Bacon was rendering nicely. At 2.5 hours, it was almost done, but the bacon was still just a little bit undercooked. And so what I did was I bumped the temperature up to 300 for about 20 minutes. And now, as you can see here, great color, bacon's all rendered off, smells incredible. And these will definitely be devoured very quickly. But as always, it's my job after doing this. This is for you people. I have to try it and let you know my honest opinion. I'm only doing this for you. Please remember that. So let me grab one of these. Again, bacon, nice and crispy. Not too hard though, it's not overcooked. The cheese is contained, it's all still in there. Fairly hot. The jalapeno has cooked down now. And the longer that you cook the jalapeno, the more mild it becomes as well. So it's going to be not too overpowering. It's not going to be spicy. If you're sensitive to spice, you don't have to worry about that. It's still a great snack. Give it a try. Still hot. There really isn't much that I can say. It is probably the best appetizer that I've ever made. That's why my family loves it so much. That's why they're so popular. You saw that it was super easy to make, so it doesn't take much at all, and they're just absolutely fantastic. So any time of year, again, you can do this in the oven, you can do it on a barbecue or a smoker. And come on, man, it's got bacon, right? What more do you need to say? Great stuff. Anyway, I hope you try it. I hope you like this recipe. Please feel free to comment below. And you can do it differently. Some people will put spice in it, some people leave spice out. Some will season, some will leave it out. It really depends on what you and your family like, but it's just a great base of a recipe that you can make your own. So I do hope you enjoy it. Please give the video a thumbs up. Feel free to comment, share, and I will catch you guys on the next time. And until then, remember, barbecue is all about making full bellies and putting smiles on faces. So don't be afraid to fire it up. See you soon.